anybody who's going to sell a business or just start planning, um, you want to do it at minimum 3 to 5 years in advance, at minimum. But what kind of things can you actually change in that 3 to 5 year time span in preparation for a successful sale of the business or exit?
Right. And this, you're spot on. 3 to 5 years gives you runway where you can make effective changes. If you're looking to get out and sell and retire and you want this done by the end of the year or in the next 6 to 12 months, you're just going to be able to start documenting things and you're going to sell for whatever you're at. With 3 to 5 years, you can effectively make it so that it's easier to sell, sometimes just easier to transition out of. Uh, will be the difference between selling and not selling. It's still staggering out there. Of all the businesses brought to the market, only 20 to 30%, depending on the industry, actually sell. So the rest don't. And so what happens? They end up still working because nobody wants it, or they end up just closing the doors and liquidating assets. Um, and that can be an efficient exit for that owner. But again, that's not great for the community. That's not great for clients, and that's not great for the employees. So, and that's usually not the path owners want to take, but it becomes the path that they have to take because when they get to the end, they haven't put a plan in place or made it sellable.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Yeah. So what I'm hearing, the lack of planning literally is forcing their hand into quite potentially, like you said, a liquidation or just the doors are closing. That's that. And the end of your journey is done.
so
Let's talk a little
planning,
bit
yeah,
about,
let me, yeah, so
yeah,
planning
yeah.
in advance absolutely leads to more options. More options lead to better choices and better outcomes. And, in that planning process, there's so many different avenues depending on the business. But we run into small businesses, again, family run businesses. What happens when it's a husband-wife team or a husband-wife team and their kids working at the business and now they want to sell it and transfer it? Who's going to stay? Because again, that's a concern from a buyer's perspective. What are the risks I'm taking on? And so looking at the team in place, and that's where, again, having a solid management team that's going to stay in place can help leverage you not only run your business better while you're still at the helm, but in transition, the person buying it has it already running and operating, and they can be an owner that's working on it, not in the business. Again, there's different levels. Are you selling a job? Are you selling an owner operated business? Are you selling an investable, scalable business? And there's no wrong to any of those. It's just different levels.